Alright, cool. This should be it. Harley. There we go. The first thing people should see should be Harley making them happy. There we go.
I was hoping the C chord would be pleasant.
Thank you. Alrighty,
Brittany
folks.
plays me a C chord sometimes when I'm sad.
Aww. Alright, so, what was the last thing you guys heard from me?
Loot!
Loot.
We were trying to find out if Nexa was stealing all of the money.
Oh yes, okay, so, everybody's rolls for that. I need to re-roll
79.
mine. 79?
I don't remember mine.
Gabrielle got a 69. Harley got a 79.
Yes.
Tasha got a... was a 40-something, I think.
Bring me the money.
40, you're right. 40 on the dot.
Okay, and then mine was a 7.
I just want for old times. Next.
Okay, so, judging by that, the person who's gonna find these is, Dozy. You discover these.
Oh, wow.
Darn.
Hey, everybody, come look at this. I found some pretty things.
Oh!
Oh, those are nice.
Rianok's gonna bend down and, like, whisper into his ear. Dozy, keep them away from Nexa. Nexa will take all of them and you will never see them again.
When no one's hopefully like, I want to try to
Those
sneak
storms that was supposed to come at like 2.
Can I try to notice her?
Here, come.
Wait, what are we noticing next to doing?
Trying to
trying to
pocket a
see-
couple?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Or is this a passive perception thing?
No, this would be straight up perception. But because I'm gonna say that because Rianok did tell him to watch his back in a roundabout way.
Also, I think all of us who've been around Nexa for long enough would be expecting her to try and steal them.
Wait, so do I just see her doing it?
Most of you guys shouldn't expect that, and I'm not taking all of them. I'm just taking a few.
I would expect that. Do I need to...
Perception,
Knowing
ver-
Nexa.
perception versus sleight of hand, please.
I have so many bonuses on sleight of hand.
I have so many
I'm not
bonuses.
gonna notice.
Ugh, that's terrible perception.
Yeah.
I think that's only a 30.
I got a 21, and that's great.
Ooh, that was bad.
Hang on, let me check.
21.
My perception. It's at least a 28. Yeah, it's a 30 in perception.
Alright,
Yes.
what'd you roll?
I rolled a natural 20, and I have a plus 20 bonus.
Oh my
Atta
god.
girl!
See, I wanted to notice so I could do the stereotypical, like, grandparent stopping you from doing something you shouldn't, and just smack the back of her hand with my stick and go, hey, wait a minute.
I have a rogue skill where I get automatic advantage on that.
Nice.
So,
Fine.
so
I'm going to just pick up 2 and walk away. 2 rubies.
2 rubies. Okay.
What do I get for, like, having a natural 20 to that?
Are there any articles of clothing that you like that he's wearing?
Maybe this
No.
Skyrim thing where you steal their clothes?
No.
I don't want the clothes, I want the jewels.
Alright. I'd say you get all the jewels except the 2 that he seems to be paying special attention to.
Cool. My
I
work
guess
here is
those will
done.
go in the group loot then.
Dang it.
How much money do I have now?
Wait, did you take all of them? How many did you take?
You probably have like another like 50 some odd grand at this point.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Nexa, you were worth about as much as like the entire country of Ionis.
Winning! This is what you get for running a Ponzi scheme and stealing jewels from wizards.
Gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been trying to talk for the past 5 minutes.
I'm so sorry. I did not.
I haven't been hearing that though.
I don't know why nobody could hear me. My mic was on.
That's weird. Yeah, no, okay, I will say, if you... when we first started, when you were talking to your roommate before you moved your mic directly down to your mouth, I could not hear you at all.
No, like there's an audio prompt in my headphones that when I lower the boom mic, it says mic on.
Oh, that's really weird.
And
Fancy
it
headphones.
said it. I heard it say it and was sitting here talking and nobody was hearing me. What I
Oh,
wanted
I'm
to ask
sorry.
was, DM, are these rough cut stones or are they fairly smooth?
They're fairly smooth.
Okay, I want to take the two that are smoothest.
Okay. Cool, you take those to us. So that'll knock your
That's
value
fine.
around to 50,000, Nexa. Alrighty. Let's see, what else do you guys find? So you guys don't find too much else. Do you guys find, like, how they managed to do the artificial irrigation and such?
I'll be back
Wait,
in about
who?
2 minutes, okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
And someone else will have to put things into the group vote.
Alrighty. So that's what you get.
Gabrielle, can you get that?
I can. But let me try and find it.
Alright.
Is there any like are there any items or anything that have gold that I could use for like melting down into gold gilding?
Yeah, probably. And there's various gold coins around. There's a few good things with gold filigree or like gold like little like necklaces or medallions or stuff. Like personal items. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to get, let's see, enough. I want to get enough to filigree 72 square feet of material. Now, mind you, it's 72 square feet. So like basically like 9 feet by, what is that?
I'm not sure.
9 feet by 8 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like 9 feet by 8 feet, and I want to be able to just filigree, not plate it, filigree.
Okay. You're probably gonna need a little bit more than that.
Okay. I just don't have any gold, so.
If there's like any loose pieces or anything of value, like especially metal wise or just like coinage, Tris will also pick up stuff.
Sure. I would say that Vilcus is gonna kind of. Not really sure what he's doing at the end of his career, but he he'll start muttering something about taxes as he walks around.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Kazarot's going to note that I suppose this makes us. I suppose this is an imperial colony now.
Yeah.
Can we colonize the scums here? The scum are very excited. They're very interested. They're all like running around, and they're very interested in this place. They seem deeply in awe of this new place.
Awesome.
Good night, everybody.
Good
That
night,
was
boys.
Not turning
Oh.
Andrew says good night. Sorry, what did I miss?
What did I
The
miss?
scum are going to inhabit this place,
Okay.
and it's going to now be a colony.
Okay.
Of the Empire.
Okay.
So you watch as from her pack, Kazarot's going to take out a little imperial flag.
Yes.
He's going to jam it into the in between a crack in the wall and just shimmy it in there.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
You go, girl. Show them how it's done.
Good. All right, now that's taken care of.
So, Casita?
To the creepy cave. Let's go.
Awesome.
All right. So
Why we really came here.
by the time you have exited down, do you guys want to go back the way you came through the abandoned buildings? You guys want to go through the jungle along the beach, like through the jungle down to the beach and follow the beach around? Ethan, are you good?
Turns out rotten watermelon can smell really bad.
Oh!
Oh, yes, it can. Yes, it can. I know exactly what you're talking about, dude.
That's terrifying.
It is the worst. Rotten watermelon's right up there.
Oh, yeah. along
My
with the
computer's
trash,
dying.
the water that collects in a trash can and sits there for a long time up in the woods, and then you carry it down and the water drips out all the holes in the bottom, and there's half gallon of water. That smells awful. Not saying that's from experience today or anything.
Rotten
I know the internet
potatoes.
needed to hear that.
Rotten potatoes.
Oh, yeah. I feel like they don't smell so bad. After all, Andrew, didn't you teach us that potatoes fossilize?
When did I do? Oh, yeah, that's right. So,
Fossilized potatoes, yeah.
alright, so did you guys
That's
want to go
right.
down to the beach and follow the beach around, or did you guys want to go back the way you'd come before through the buildings?
Let's go down the beach. I feel like it's
Let's go on the
faster.
beach, yeah.
You might see something pretty.
Alright,
Plus,
so
we don't know how much was affected by Sapphire's earthquake spell when she tried to trap us alive, so the tunnels might not be the safest
That's actually a
mode
really
of
good point.
transportation.
That's a good point.
alright, so you guys look out and head down to the beach, and as you're on the beach, you see that at water there is a boat bobbing up and down just off the coast. It's a boat you recognize.
Was it our ride here?
It's your ride here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Convenient.
Ahoy!
Hello.
Hello.
You see, we've had a bit of a problem after our generators shut down
Magic's
inexplicably.
dying.
Okay.
Probably won't work again.
Damn. Okay. Well, we're going to need to row home, but that's, well, we have a sail, but the sail's operated by magic. Oh dear. We have oars.
Brilliant.
Like,
Well, we'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Will you be coming back to shore soon?
probably.
I mean, coming back
Try
from
some
shore.
more. Yes, we have to go take care of one thing, and then we should be back.
Sure. Also, they do call back. Oh, and do notice that thing. They point out, and you see just like this very large shark just like lying on its back, like floating through the water.
Lovely.
What in the world?
Very cool.
How big of a shark? It's not saying abominable shark.
Oh, shark.
My cat
I
is
think we would
looking
have
at me like
noticed
I'm
if an
crazy.
abominable shark dropped out of the sky here.
It is not an abominable shark, but it appears to be some sort of variety of very large shark.
Would
Okay.
any of us say the ranger recognize it?
Uh,
Is this the kind of shark we saw swimming outside the cave before?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is. Eliseth doesn't know what they are. Eliseth is not an ocean ranger.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you guys know what that is?
What'd you say?
there's
the
such
sea
thing as
people.
ocean rangers.
Do the sea people know what the shark is?
They go, I don't know, it looks like those white sharks you get farther up north, but, bigger.
Huh.
And it just, like, dropped dead out of nowhere?
Oh no, it's been patrolling the whole time. It attacked the boat a couple times, knocked a pretty good hole in her. But, it just seemed to just kind of, well, keeled.
Familiar? Animal companion?
Well, I mean, Sapphire was a druid.
Yep.
Hmm.
A druid with a, well, can I put this
With an
nicely?
earth bent, mostly.
Yeah,
but
she was an earthbent, but, you know, for the purposes of tactics, she may or may not have adopted a megalodon.
Oh my gosh.
A baby megalodon.
Wow.
Baby megalodon, baby megalodon.
Baby megalodon.
Y'all need to be stopped.
They will never stop.
Those
will not end.
No, like, but
I wish I
seriously,
had
I
swords for that.
basically have PTSD from that song.
Yeah,
PTSD from the flying shark.
that was pretty hardcore. Alright, so you guys
I
proceed.
don't even think that we could take that shark.
Oh no.
Probably not. Maybe.
You guys might surprise. Yeah, I think you guys probably could. But alright, so the moon eventually disappears as you guys walk along the shore. The shore is low. It's mostly black sand, volcanic, and the waves wash in across it, covering your toes and cool running water. You feel it press in between them and run slowly back out.
Wait, we're walking along the shore?
Mm-hmm.
Dozy is stripping off his armor and he's diving in.
Dozy dives into the water.
And it was so incredible that Nexa died.
Melvin yelled, "Stealth!" and jumped in the water. She's back, it seems.
That's right. Eliseth yells stealth very loudly and dives headfirst into the water.
Oh my gosh.
You do see her as you guys are walking on the beach. There's a moment where she calls Vilkas aside. Vilkas has been walking in the back holding Kazaroth's paw, but there's a moment where Eliseth pulls him aside for a moment and seems to whisper something in his ear. And Vilkas nods and strokes his chin. He returns to Kazaroth, whispers something in her ear, and she shrugs, and they take up paws again and continue walking, with Eliseth a little bit further behind. You look behind, you can see that for some reason, your footsteps have not been completely washed out by the waves. You can see them back to where they came out of the jungle. And for a moment, when the dying moonlight, which is now below the horizon, the just rising morn hits it as the sun begins to rise a little bit in the east, the first grays of the dawn are starting to hit the clear sky. You can almost see, it looks like, a lot more footprints following you guys. But
I can see invisibility.
you look, and there's nothing invisible there. Just a trick of the light.
You see that place where there's only one set of footprints? That was where I carried you.
I carried you.
Hey, Vilkas, what'd she say?
Just a business proposal.
Do I believe him?
He seems to be telling. I mean, he's Vilkas.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Just a little agreement. You see that I've offered to employ Vilkas as a. I don't know what. I'm sorry. I've offered to employ. I can't. No one doesn't do a voice for Vilkas. I've offered to employ Eliseth as to be in charge of the forest around Blackmoor. A forest ranger, I guess.
I'm sure your wife's so happy about that.
Would you say, like, maybe make it into a park? Call her a park ranger?
Oh my
I'd rather
gosh.
like that. Rather like that. What do you think, honey? We could do with some taming, maybe some nice trails and crap like that.
Whoa. This from the woman who threw her off a wall and called her a homewrecker a day ago?
I mean, after what we've seen,
Are you planning on putting something in the forest to attack her or something?
I didn't say that.
No, please don't tell
You like
me
the
I didn't
idea?
give you any idea.
Kazaroth's gonna clear
Yeah,
her
they're
throat.
off.
No, I'm saying that we could use some nice walking trails, and what about like a pavilion for education?
A pavilion for education?
And huts on sticks in the sky.
Huts on sticks?
In the sky.
Tree houses?
Yes. I'm sorry, after everything that we've
Did you
seen...
eat something?
No?
Did you eat
You
any
could-
of the
you
food
could-
there?
Oh, I have an idea. You could start a group of girls and a group of boys and call them the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts. You could go
Maybe they
camping.
could bake
It would be
cookies.
great.
That's genius!
The
Kazaroth...
cookies bit? Because I'm really hungry.
Good idea. Kazaroth's gonna pull this out and start taking down notes on what to do.
Oh my gosh. You guys were terrible.
She's like making Vilkas hold like an ink dipper so she can write with the quill.
You're
Scribbling
welcome.
on his back.
What was that?
Scribbling, like, on his back.
Yeah.
I
Bend over, honey.
really hope
Use
you
your
could
back
pick
as
up
a writing
this idea,
surface.
because that would be great.
Does Nexa want
They
to...
could even come door to door and just deliver you cookies.
Yeah, but they're gonna be way too expensive. It's gonna be like 10 gold for a box of cookies.
What do I care?
You
I mean, I could provide the cookies to them.
I got an awful
Oh,
lot
you
You
of
own a
could-
bakery after all.
Vil-
I could outsource my baking to
Vilcus,
children.
Vilcus goes, tax write-off.
I'll take it.
uh, so...
And that was how Bedlam started the Girl Scouts.
That was how Bedlam started the Girl Scouts.
Oh yeah.
I just imagine like Kazaroth in khaki leading a bunch of girls. Now shut up! We're gonna cross the river.
You see, I'm quite
Pulling each of
partial
us.
to. I'm quite partial to. What is it? It's corn. It's popped corn, with like caramel glaze. You could make the Boy Scouts sell that.
What in the
No
world
one
is
would
that?
care.
Corn.
Wait, Boy Scouts sell caramel corn?
Every
You're
Christmas,
right.
Boy Scouts sell a
They do.
slew of different types of popcorns and nuts.
Never knew.
Nuts.
I
like
did
People
that
only
every
care
year
about
for
Girl
8
Scout
years.
cookies.
I like nuts a lot. Nuts could work. Let's get nuts.
No, cookies are better.
No, I can't get a tax deduction on nuts.
Stick with the cookies.
How about
What is happening, you
how
guys?
about the Boy Scouts sell like various kinds of holiday breads?
Holiday breads?
You
Are they still
know,
tax deduction?
fruit cakes, hot cross buns.
Cinnamon raisin bread.
Yes. Rival.
Only if there's a cinnamon roll with sour cream. Not sour cream, cream cheese.
What's cream
Icing.
cheese?
That sounds
Ask
nasty.
Casita.
Casita,
Okay,
what's cream
so
cheese?
cream cheese. Casita just goes into like a baking rant about different kinds of frostings.
Can we go look
Her
in the
cream
cave?
cheese, the frosting is so good.
Isn't it? See,
Alright.
Nexa knows where it's at.
Alright, so you got...
I'm sorry, I always get cream cheese and sour cream and say the wrong one.
It's all fun and games until you put cream cheese on top of your taco.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
Honestly, I really want to try that now.
That should probably wouldn't be bad.
No, it would be bad if you accidentally used sour cream in place of cream cheese.
Ah,
Yeah, that would be awful.
Yeah.
Sour
I
cream
really
frosting just doesn't sound like it would taste right.
Sour cream donuts are surprisingly good. Like sour cream mixed in the batter, not like filled with
Okay.
sour cream. Oh,
Shall we move on?
That sounds like a bad
Yeah.
prank.
Alright, so,
Oh.
you guys walk along the sea until you reach the cave entrance. And you see the inscriptions as the morning starts to brighten a bit. Still gray, still dark. What would you guys like to do? The anemones are glowing blue still. Pulsating every once in a while. More faded than they used to be.
I'm gonna try literally anything I can think of, figure out what this means, be it praying in any language I know to any deity, or digging, or
What was?
swimming, or
Would I know?
Hold on. I have.
can you use your
Hold
once a
on.
day
I-
any knowledge thing?
Yes, but I have a spell for comprehend languages that I've never used. Can I?
I mean, the inscription is
that.
in common. The inscription's in common. There's no, like...
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
it just says... whatever it says. There's an answer.
Okay.
I'm just forgetting it right now. It says, it said under me? Not under me.
Didn't there the week we
I am
found
the
it.
last stop or something.
It's right.
I am the final.
Yeah.
This is the final step or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
I'll use my once a day bardic knowledge for that.
Okay,
Rubber shot.
what specific thing are you trying to find out?
So, Casita, help me out here because I wasn't there the week it was there.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
looking at something specific here.
So what
Maybe
did we
figure
know?
out what it means or what it's hiding, or we really didn't know much about this. Just that it was a weird inscription under glowing anemones.
What does
um,
it say specifically?
Let me go digging through records to find
Yeah.
something. I know it's in there because I looked it up.
Alright, so,
Is this in the cave that Birion sat underwater?
Yes.
yes.
I will try going underwater if that
Alright,
does anything. I will try praying in different languages.
Sure.
I'm gonna try anything I can think of.
Alrighty. Good to know.
This is the last stop.
Alright, this is the last stop. Do you want to try to figure out what connotations that phrase might have? Is that what you're trying to figure out?
Tosh, can you read it again? It cut out just as
This
you said
is
it.
the last stop, is the inscription.
Okay. And what is around it?
A pool with sea anemones that glow. Hang on. I lost it. Where'd it go? Come back.
There's a pool of sea anemones, there's this cave. There's...
Crystals around the floor of the pool. Maybe check the crystals?
Maybe. I think, at least for my knowledge check, I want to know of, like, if I know of any places similar to it, or like the history of this, like, if that makes sense.
So you want to say knowledge history?
Yeah, like what might have been here, what could the last stop refer to historically, and historically have I heard of anything similar to this?
Alright, so as a bard, there's an obscure little piece of knowledge that you've got floating around in the back of your head. And you remember, it didn't hit you before, but it hit you this time. You remember that in Ionis, you've never really been, but you've read books about Ionis. But you remember in one very scholarly tome, you remember them saying that they used to mark graveyards in the language of Ionis with the phrase, "This is the last stop," or "This is the last station." Because in the religion of Ionis, they view yourself as moving through various stations towards death.
Okay. So we think it's a graveyard.
Could very well be.
Okay.
Is there any way we could figure out
share that with
who is buried here?
You knew that they used to traditionally bury their dead in underground vaults in Ionis.
You passing that along to Nexa?
Yes.
Do you know how one would get into said vaults?
Is that Noah?
No.
Is it your
Why
mom?
would this...
I mean, who is it?
Well, yeah, it's fake Noah.
Oh yes, fake Noah.
Noah!
I'm like, why? Strange hug. Hello.
Hi,
Don't
fake
knock the tea
Noah.
over.
Yo, how you doing?
We're really far away from the tea. I'm tired. That was mostly just really strange because her hair got stuck in my earring.
Oh, nice.
No.
Alright, so, how would you guys access it? I mean, you don't know.
Nexa, do you know how you would get into these tombs?
Bye. Do I know how I would get into the tombs?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an underground vault.
Trish is gonna perk up. Are we gonna go? Are we becoming Tomb Raiders? Because yes.
Well, I don't.
Go ahead.
Let's look around and see if we can find anything. If it's underground, it's be something leading further down, I would assume.
Would I know anything about this from dungeoneering?
You can certainly try.
Alright. Why the heck not?
Did Nexa know anything about how you would normally get into one of these underground vault
I mean,
things?
you know, you would know that
In Ionis?
they generally have, graveyards where you could go around and open doors and, walk down into these things. Usually trapdoors.
Can I check the bottom of the pool for a trapdoor?
Sure, you can dive in. Alright. So, is it naturally not natural? I mean, it's not a dungeon, but, dungeon has taught you a lot of logic. I mean, how do you get to something that's down?
You go up.
Are you asking me or
Yeah,
telling me?
no,
Ladder.
I'm doing both actually.
How do you can
Ha- ha-
dig down, you
Dig.
can climb down, you can swim down, you can
right, you go down.
stamp down.
You go
Can I
down.
see if it's an illusion on the bottom?
The
Wait, what'd you
the
say?
bottom of the
After
pool.
illusion, looking for anything at the bottom of the pool, basically.
Sure, the bottom of the pool is solid as far as you can feel.
Balls.
So it's the cave with the sandy floor.
Do we think maybe
Sand-
shifting the sand around
Yeah,
might
sweeping the sand
show us
inside might
anything?
do it.
Alright, so you guys scoop sand away from the inscription, from under the inscription, and sure enough, after you get a pretty good pile piled up, you dig down about 2 feet or so, and sure enough, there's a trapdoor.
Awesome.
All right.
Checking it for traps.
Can we check it? Yep.
There is a ward on it.
What type of ward? If I
Make an Arcana check.
yoink.
Okay.
Mm.
24.
24, okay.
Ah, dice stay on thingy.
It's abjuration.
5 as well.
What'd you get?
I mean, we would have had the abjuration from the
25.
25. Yeah.
Oh.
Kazaroff can roll. Okay, that's going to be over 30.
What's over 30?
Kazaroth's. Kazaroth informs you guys that this is a ward against resurrection of any kind, whether like resurrection like by healing means or by undeath.
Hey, I
Would it
mean,
stop it from anything that left it?
It would stop anything like you're getting like the door is the start of the ward.
Okay, so if you took something out, technically you could resurrect it.
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, do we want to, or are we just gonna dig around and see if they have any cool treasure buried with them?
I don't necessarily feel comfortable with that.
I'm fine with. Well, sorry, just look at what are we doing exactly?
I don't know what the rest of you are doing, but I think
Pardon
Nix
me.
and I are looking for people.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Ah,
I'm
That's-
not particularly fond of the concept of raiding a tomb.
that's
Then,
totally fine.
Dozy, you guys can stay up here.
I'm
If you
not
would
intending
like.
to raid a tune, if that makes you feel better. I just want to look
I'm
for names.
not either.
You don't have to come if you don't want to. We're just...
Casita and I are going.
I'm going
We're
to
not
go
gonna go
watch
down.
the moon and stars.
We're not
looking
gonna
for
go
closure.
You ready, Casita?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Neither do I. Let's go.
Alright, so, you guys, the door is padlocked from your side. I'm sure that's not a problem for you.
Yeah.
How would you like to get rid of that padlock?
Can I
Pick.
pick the lock?
Yes.
Yeah. One of us can pick the lock.
Randok will cast continual flame for those of us who are
We
doing.
haven't picked a lock in a long time.
What's your disable device check? Mine
Uh,
might be better at this point.
9, but I rolled an 18.
I have a plus
Good
21.
Good enough.
Okay.
An 18
Okay.
is good enough. It's not a big lock. It pops right away.
Dozy,
Yes.
is there a limit on how long someone can be dead before you can resurrect them?
Well, I mean, supposedly, you could resurrect anyone. I
You.
personally don't have the power yet, but my savior, the restorer, could.
Let's go, Nexa.
Okay. We're going.
Alright, so you guys, open...
Is it just the two of us, or is anybody else coming?
Randok and Trust will go with you.
Kazaroth's going to take you by the shoulder, Raynock. She's going to say, let them have this. We can go in later.
Or if you like, do you guys want the the light to go with you?
I can see in the dark.
Okay, Nexa?
Nexa should take the light.
What? Sorry, my Wi-Fi cut out a little bit. What happened?
Do you need a light to go with you?
Light would be helpful.
What
Alright,
race is Nexa?
Half elf.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Rhiannoc is going to find the most absurd thing that she could possibly cast Continual Flame on. Preferably, like, a dead fish or something. Just what's around.
How about one of the rubies in Nexa's pocket?
You
See,
guys
I
don't know they're
that's
there.
there.
Yeah.
But I totally would otherwise.
I don't know. What's something absurd that you guys might? You could cast one on Furion's body.
Nexa would not take that with her.
Thunk, thunk,
Rhiannoc's
thunk,
just
thunk.
gonna. Or any of this. No.
You could
We'll
cast
just
it on
spend
a
one of
loot.
the-
Cast it on her loot.
Alright, what do you want to light on? Just
Whatever.
Alright,
Pair of
give me
spectacles? And Dozy will take off his spectacles.
My goodness.
Don't you need those to see?
Oh, I'll be fine for a little while.
It's fine. Rhiannoc's just gonna. Casita, toss me a dagger, would you?
Sita throws her a dagger.
I'm gonna try.
Are you okay? Very good.
Make a reflex save.
Good enough dagger throw to make sure it goes hilt in.
Can I actually try and catch it though?
Sure, go for it. Reflex.
Oh, that's not gonna be good.
Do I need to roll to see like how well I threw it?
Sure.
Attack?
Yeah. No. Just roll a d20. Just roll a d20 for me.
Natural 17.
Okay, you're fine.
I got a 14 reflex.
14. It bounces off your fingertips.
Ah. Well, I'm gonna cast Continual Flame on it anyway and hand it to Nexa. Here, don't go blind.
All these aim.
Listen, okay, do you realize how old I am? Do you realize how many people's names I have to remember? And I have been fighting and leave me alone. Okay, I love you. Get out of here.
Kazaroth is
Nexa's just gonna make a face at her because she was totally joking.
Kazaroth going to take Rhea and just go. Come on, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna watch the moon with Dozy.
You're gonna not patronize me before I kick your butt. Oh, I'm tired. I want to go home.
Alright, so you ladies head down into the tomb?
Yes.
Alright, so you guys, there's a really tight corkscrew staircase. My word, heading down. Eventually it loops twice and you come out facing the same direction and you see in front of you there's a very short hallway and there's another door. It's wooden and there's a barred window. There's a little stone seat by it and a book that looks like a records book which is open.
It's a barred window, not a barbarian window.
Heh, 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 heh. What's the book
What's
say?
in the book?
A list of names and dates. A list of names, dates, and a little log that says, like, for experiment number 7.5, for ceremony of yada yada, for ceremony of yada yada.
They've
they
been
seem...
taking bodies from here, haven't they?
That would be my guess.
A little log is called a stick, just so you're aware.
So
You, sir!
Get out! Alright,
Yeah.
alright, so,
Does the handwriting in the log seem to, like, match any that we've seen from any of the wizard's notes?
I mean, the handwriting is generally different. It looks like it's different people.
Okay.
But,
okay.
like, it looks like it's it's not just, like, one guy.
And it looks new.
I mean, the book is very thick and it goes back quite a ways. I mean, there are entries as recent as 2 days before you showed up.
Okay. Can we, look and see if there are any names we recognize.
Absolutely. Take a couple minutes to thumb through. Eventually, several years back, you do see the name Simon Knowles, and it says the ceremony of Anaz Adrathor.
Anybody know that name?
Yeah, do we have any idea what that is?
Make a religion
History?
check, maybe an Arcana check.
I'll do religion.
Okay.
Ooh, another
Is it
natural
Arcana?
17. That's gonna be a 22.
Also a 22.
Unfortunately, you guys have no idea who Anaz Adrathor is.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I try religion now? Never mind, that's worse.
No,
I'll give a shot at Arcana. Nope, that's also worse.
Dozy might know if you
Darn it.
bring the name up, though. So just so you're aware.
All right.
Okay.
We probably wouldn't think to. Though I'd like to know, I'm not convinced that in that moment they would think to go and be like, "Hey
Yeah.
guys!"
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think
Yeah.
the weight of the moment is.
Yeah, but like when you come up, if you think of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
type
Fair enough.
thing.
No, I'll commit the name to memory.
All right, so you guys also Casita, do you know your mother's name?
Teja.
Teja. You
Teujath.
you don't
Teja.
Tejath, you do not see any mention of the name Tejath, though you do see that there are notes where they have when they have there are variations that say servant, or 3 servants, or 2 servants for such and such a ceremony, or for such and such an experiment.
Sita goes to the door.
Alright, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna try and open it.
It opens.
What do you see?
Alright, so, I mean, I don't see anything, but you see some
Oh,
stuff.
come on, you know what I mean!
I'll be behind her also.
And Harley. Also, what?
So you guys open the door and you see, you guys see several, raised, what are they called? Sarcophaguses. You see several sarcophaguses set up on plinths. You see,
Sarcophagi.
you
He's
know,
right.
just because you know a guy doesn't mean you have to sarcophag him. So you see that there are right now there are 10 of these plinths that have been raised, and currently 5 of them are occupied by these white marble sarcophagi. And you see at the end there is some sort of altar draped in black, and beyond that there is a single flame burning in a bowl under which there is on a table that has some sort of inscription.
Checking out the inscription.
All right.
Yeah, what's it say?
The inscription is to those unnamed dead who lie here.
The sarcophagi have names.
Yes, they do.
Yeah,
are they?
what do they say?
The first one you see is somebody named somebody's named Rodney, Sir Rodney. No, you don't know if it's a first name or a last name. It just says Sir Rodney. Then you see one that says Zeliminath. Zeliminath the Pure is one. The third one is Grogan. The Researcher. And then you see one that says Simon Knowles.
Is it one of the closed ones or one of the open ones?
It's one of the closed ones. It's one of the closed ones, and it says
Okay.
Simon Knowles. the Planeswalker. And the final one, is you see that it has been closed, but it is not locked. All the other ones are sealed and locked. This one is not sealed and locked. This one says Quizzic, the greatest of all mages.
Wait, what? I
Um,
thought we found his tomb somewhere else.
so did I.
I guess they took his body out.
Well,
And why is he next to my grandfather?
like I said, the other ones are closed and sealed. This one is, the top is pushed over, but it is not sealed.
Guess that's why it's not sealed.
That's unfortunate. So that was 5. You said there were 10 sarcophagi?
There are 10 sarcophaguses. 5 of them
Were named?
five of them are named and filled, like they're closed and
Occupied.
sealed and occupied.
Gotcha.
The other ones are
Occupado.
open.
Okay.
Nexa wants to take a closer look at her grandfather's.
Okay. There is a likeness of his face carved into the stone. You remember it from when you were small.
Sita's going over to the one near the servants and is just sitting down on her, like, is sitting on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah, Nexa's gonna stop by her grandfather's for a while.
Sure. You see that but there's a bowl of the flame, but you see that there is a channel along the wall that is filled with ash.
Wait, what was that about Ash? Sorry.
There's like a channel at the far back wall where the bowl of flame is and the inscription is, and the table that extends into the back wall. There is a channel filled with ash.
Do with that what you will.
I'll let it be.
Okay. I don't know if Nexa would know or care, but she's probably just sitting there with her back turned.
Was there something?
To the room.
Was there something I was supposed to be reading?
I messaged Andrew. I wasn't sure what he would want to do about it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I would say that you hear next to you're sharp enough to hear this. You would hear you'd hear the soft sound of crying.
Nexa's gonna let it go for a minute. Casita doesn't seem like the type of person who wants someone there when she's upset.
While you guys are down there, what are you guys doing up on the surface?
I'm just gonna kind of like look at the other people that are watching the stars with me and just go, you know, it's a fascinating beauty after not seeing it for 40 years. And just continue staring at the sky.
What are you gonna do, Doozy?
I think the Restorer needs to have her name brought back into the public eye.
Do you think you'll stay here, or are you gonna head back with everyone else?
Well, I didn't have any real success trying to find my people. The only assumption I can make is that they're gone.
I'm sorry.
So, if there's a place for me in hiding of some kind, I'll return to the mainland, I suppose.
Come with us, don't be ridiculous.
They're good people. You should go with them. All insane, as I'm sure you've figured out, but
we're nobles. We have money and land. We can take care of you, Daisy.
Yeah, just stay with them. The rest of them are vagrants. And the like, Renok's gonna toss like a handful of sand at Kaz and Triss.
Kazra's gonna set up, and just then the dawn starts to finally flood out. And the stars start to disappear, and the first rosy tinges of it start to hit the water and bathe you all in a pink light.
Also, that music shift though.
I
Yeah.
forgot how beautiful the sunrise is.
Kazra is gonna start unbuckling her armor and taking it off.
And looking at Vilkas.
You know, can you not?
Oh dear.
Can you not strip and
Get a
fall?
kennel!
No, just bear with me on
Oh.
this.
Renok's gonna like push her into the water if she can.
Kazroth's gonna pop out. That's what I meant to do anyway, but
I know it was funnier pushing you in though.
you guys want to get in?
Why the heck not?
It's pretty warm, and she's not lying. The water is pretty warm. It's very
Leave a
clear.
pile of armor on the shore and just disappear into the water.
Yeah.
She's gonna like drop all of her stuff. Does the cave? Can you like jump off of the cave? Like, is there any sort of outlook such that you could like cannonball off of it into the water?
Not really. I mean, like you could do a little bit. Like if you climb up, like there is a little shelf.
Yeah.
It's mostly just a pool for diving and stuff. All right, so what are you guys gonna do?
Swim.
Okay. Cool.
Possibly try and drown Kazaroth for a little bit.
Well, Kazra's after she's in, she's gonna get out and she's gonna wait by the exit of the tomb while you guys play. All right, so what do you guys do down inside the tomb?
70-year-old gnome playing in the water.
I'm gonna give Casita a couple of minutes before I say anything.
Sure.
Casita's probably just sitting there and, you know.
Eventually, Nexa will sort of walk over and just say her name first.
What?
Do you need more time?
I don't think it matters.
I wouldn't suppose it would. I'm sorry.
Likewise.
You'll always wish you knew more.
Yeah. You know what really stings, though?
What?
Didn't even bother to get a name.
We could put one.
I like that idea.
Let's do it. I don't know. No. Never mind.
What were you gonna say?
I lost the train of thought halfway through. So pretend that part didn't happen because that was Harley just forgetting what she was gonna say.
Lol.
Oh
Do we have anything in which one could inscribe
You have
a name?
You have daggers.
Yep.
This
Okay.
This is soft stone.
Okay.
Fairly soft.
Casita will try.
Alright. We take
Nexa's gonna hand her the dagger with the light on it.
Nice.
It seems more symbolic.
Dagger with what?
The light on it, the continual flame spell.
Ah.
So as you guys carve, it goes way better than you've ever thought it would. Comes out very, very clear. Comes out a little too perfect to just be natural.
Casita is still probably crying somewhat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm.
Does Nexa have any idea why it might be carving like that?
Does it seem like divine intervention in this case?
What? I'm sorry, I'm getting tied up. So what were you carving into this?
Her mother's name.
So like you. So it is your mother's tomb, or you're not sure?
Doesn't know.
Okay.
She assumes that her mother is one of the, quote, servants in the list, where they didn't bother to give a name.
Was her mother human?
Yes. Sita's a true tiefling. Her mother was human.
So once you are finished with that task, what do you do?
Let's go.
Alright.
Unless you want to do something else.
Other than, like... No, other than, like, deface Mr. Knowles over there? No.
Draw a mustache on it.
That's what I was thinking.
Let's do it.
Alright.
That's Tasha.
Got anything to write with?
There's a pen out by that book.
You could do it with the dagger.
Oh yes, with a dagger, it'll never come off.
That's the point.
Oh yeah,
So
that's I
so you
know.
carve like
I don't know exactly what he had to do with my mother's death, but he deserves this anyway.
It's like, I mean, like, the best you could do is probably, like, I don't know, like a concave Hitler mustache. I mean,
Next
Draw
we'll
like
add
draw
detail
like
with the
big
pen.
glasses.
very nice.
Next we'll add detail with the pen.
Very nice.
At which point Nexa defaces a tomb.
Alright.
Today on Bedlam, next.
Oh, so now we know what next is going to become the patron saint of.
Defacing tombs!
The patron saint of pranks.
Oh!
You're basically Loki,
Awesome.
Alright.
the trickster goddess.
As you ladies are done, as you exit the tomb heading up that tight, winding staircase, you step back out and you see that the dawn is breaking in all these vibrant colors across the sky. You see your friends in the water, and you see Kazaroth standing by the top of the stairs with open arms.
Sita rocks right into her arms.
Dozy looks particularly youthful as he gets Triss in a headlock and shoves her underwater.
There's mental image of them playing chicken or something.
Yes.
Yep.
Rienoch's gonna run up and try and find Casita and Nexa once she realizes, like, or if they come out of the cave or whatever. Did you find what you're looking for?
Kind of.
She's gonna hug both of them.
Yeah.
You're the most special people I'm ever gonna have.
What?
You realize that you're some of the most special people I'm ever gonna have ever met. Probably the most special.
Oh, stop being sentimental.
Listen, I've earned my right.
Still holding Casita in a hug, Kazaroth is just gonna go, it's all gonna be okay. You just, need to clean all those tears off. And she's gonna clutch you and just dive into the water.
Oh, I'm not entirely sure how Casita would take that.
That's glorious.
Nexa,
This is far... What?
are you gonna get in or am I throwing you in?
I don't know, I'm not really much of a
I'm gonna
swimmer.
grab her and throw her
Come
in.
on in! The water's amazing!
Next is gonna start drowning.
Rienoch will immediately, like, help her out.
Yes.
I rolled
Next
to
at this
drown.
point is starting to freak out because she doesn't know how to swim.
Okay, so I forgot that part. Here, would you like to learn how to swim?
The water's shallow. Like, Dozy's able to swim in it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Nexa probably is a little, like, off anyway.
You can drown in, like, 3 inches of water or something like that.
It's too deep! I can't swim! I can touch the ground here.
I'm picturing the scene of Little John from Robin Hood Men in Tights, where he's on his
Yes.
back in a little tiny crick, just, oh my god, I can't swim! Oh my god!
Yeah, that's basically what Nexa did. I can't swim! Why'd you do this? Until someone tells her that she can touch the bottom.
Oh gosh.
I have the mental
Okay.
image from Get Smart where they're just like hanging off a building, but like, don't look down. It's like, It's right there.
Yes.
Yeah. So after a while, after the dawn is fully out, the sun is fully risen. Concordia and um, and Ecclesia will appear on the shore. And they will walk in and just sort of sit by the side of the pool and watch you guys for a while.
You getting in or are you being a prude?
No, my dear, we're just here to collect you.
Get in,
Collect
Ecclesia.
dots.
No, not you.
Collect Rhiannoc.
Just Rhiannoc.
Oh.
We're not gonna flip her off. Get in, you idiot.
Will you come with us if I do?
Maybe.
Fine.
You realize that I don't need to be collected. I know how to get home.
Ecclesia will step in. Concordia just like belly flops in.
Rihanna's gonna spend like the next 10 minutes purposefully trying to drown Ecclesia as much as possible.
Ecclesia's just sitting on the bottom like this.
Underwater tea party.
Yes.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Alright, so
Yeah.
as
Just will frolic around with you all.
as the day begins.
I mean, at least we know Nexa will be underwater.
Oh my gosh! So as the day begins to wear down, eventually some of the people from the boat show up and they have some food, and you guys can have some food on the beach. All your friends, and eventually as the night begins to fall, and the angels begin to grow a little more insistent on the three of you coming away. Let the others have their voyage home, while they take their labors well done. Eventually, you guys are all sitting around on the beach as the fires burn low and the last of the decent food from the ship has been eaten.
Farewell, Madam Angel. Figured she should probably have a better goodbye than, hey, the angels disappeared.
Kazaroth will wrap you up very tight.
Listen, I will be back at some point in some capacity. We can work out deals. The Munchkins, I'll come annoy them at some point.
They need divine intervention, dear.
I don't really
Divine
know.
intervention.
My children.
Yeah.
Trust me, they always do. Look, I'm sorry that I never said a proper goodbye to any of you the last time that I left.
Oh, the time that you died and then you refused to come back?
Shh, honey,
Okay.
honey, bad time.
All of us would probably be dead at this point. Or I wouldn't have been able to help you at this point. Are you kidding me?
Oh, you still can't take a joke.
I'm sorry. Just get over here. She's gonna hug you really, really tight. You are a pain in the arse.
Yeah, I am.
And you're my best friend.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself. And I'm going to come and annoy you at some point, but
You should come for tea. Maybe we can.
It'll be like
You can
being
join
podcast.
Elrahair and me for our tea and cake.
Awesome.
Maybe. If he doesn't get offended by that.
I'm more than willing to come for tea. Tea and a bit of whiskey and something.
I suspect that Our Lady shall make special accounts for such relationship.
Trust me, I know I've been friends with her for longer. But out, Ecclesia.
That was Concordia.
Yeah.
And
But out,
also,
both of you.
well, we have that kind of relationship with Abbot Mortimer.
Wait, what'd you say?
We have that kind of relationship with Abbot Mortimer, anyway.
You go to Abbot Mortimer for tea?
Well, other things, but yes.
Dole tea.
Anyway, yes, Dozy, you're right. If I can, Kazaroth is going to stand up and take up a goblet. Ladies and gentlemen, to the end of the world.
To the end.
End of the world?
They're the only people I'd ever want to watch it with.
It's the end of the world
as
we know it.
And there's a
And
moment
we'll find-
dead. Alright, so
Enoch will just go around and hug all of you.
Alrighty. So, after
See you
this is
soon.
done, the angels shall go on their way, winging o'er
Renoch's
the weary
gonna,
world.
Renoch's gonna, you know, don the. She'll readjust the Ray-Bans and just kind of
Fly backwards and
dip them
wave the
just
whole
enough to
way.
like wink at you.
Ow!
Burn a hole in the sand. Okay, so that was a
Wait,
lot
weren't you
cooler in my
supposed to
head.
get Nexus some sunglasses?
That is true. I promise that is a reason to
First
come back.
divine visit.
It'll come in the mail.
Alrighty, so as you guys begin to load up the ship and make your voyage home, that's where we're gonna let the curtain gently drip across.
What?
Oh, we don't have to say what we're doing with the rest of our
Well,
lives.
do you guys want to talk about what you're doing with the rest of our lives? I was thinking that.
I mean, that was very abrupt.
I mean, do you want me to
I mean, Dozy wants to start a temple.
Dozy wants to start a temple, and it will be a grand one, sir.
That's why
I
he
do
wanted
wanna
the
have
gold
at
and
least
rubies. He wanted to make a statue to Lamidia with gold filigree and rubies for eyes.
That makes sense.
I do want to. I want to have some idea of what, even if it's not like a solid idea of what other people are doing.
Kazaroth.
Harley, what's next?
Go
ahead.
No, please go ahead.
I was asking what Harley was doing with Nexa, actually.
Oh, you're curious?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh, well, I think Nexa's just gonna go back and work with her theater troupe and write plays, because Nexa doesn't have any goals in life, so that's what she's going with at the moment.
Oof.
Should something fall in her path, something happens, but she's just going to live comfortably and write plays for
Very
right
comfortably.
Miss,
Miss, I have as much money as Ionia.
now. Nexa's not a lavish person, though.
Miss Knowles of
So, like, she's just
Baggin.
going to live comfortably and be like, I can take whatever hits me because I can pay for it.
So basically, just poured.
Miss Knowles of Bag End.
I would like to. I would like to add that once Nexa gets home, sitting on whatever pack or bed she has, there is a neatly wrapped package. Within it are a pair of sparkling black Ray-Bans for your use.
Nexa enjoys these.
And there's a note. Use them wisely. Remember that you're never gonna look quite as cool as me. You're just gonna look infinitely cooler.
Yes.
Nexa
Much
will,
like-
look up and be like, you're not wrong, I will look cooler.
Oh my god. 10 out of 10.
There's a slight mental eye roll that presses against your consciousness.
Carence will. I'm assuming that Carence will set his sight on becoming emperor. He'll do everything he possibly could do to get there. Then probably gets there, mismanages some finances, and gets murdered by all his advisors.
Can you please just die being lynched?
Finds out what
Yeah,
Yes.
he dies to a lynch mob.
He's lynched by his own advisors.
How many times did this?
I'm putting that in the record.
Thank you. What does Triss do?
Triss is going to stick around Black for the most part. She's still gonna look for contracts and do monster hunting. It's a little bit sadder because I'm assuming a lot more of the more magical things are gonna start fading away, and most of her contracts will just be
Bear.
yeah. But she enjoys it for what it's worth, and she will try and still be better friends with Kazaroth and with the kids and Gwarf.
They will invite you to become one of the leaders of these new called Girl Scouts.
Triss will gladly go for it. She'll start a slight. She'll teach them a little bit about making guns. She'll never give them anything to actually shoot, but just
She gives them their
she
tinkering
starts the
pad.
equivalent of the NRA. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my goodness! the Blackmore Girl Scout / NRA troop.
Nah, she'll just
Yes!
start like a rifleman's club. Oh my gosh.
This
Okay,
needs to
fine.
happen.
It's
So she'll
canon
start
now.
like a little rifleman's club, and they can perform at different ceremonies celebrating the emperorship of Carrots until he dies, and then they can do the 21 gun salute
At his funeral.
So what you're saying is that they celebrate about 3 weeks of Karen's rule.
Yes.
All right. This is gonna bring us to how about Casita?
Casita will keep trying to be a cool aunt for Kaz and Vilcus's kids, and definitely teach them how to beat things to death with their bare hands.
Okay.
She will keep running her order, keep trying to strengthen the bonds with the Arcadian Knights. She'll probably eventually tell Vilcus what it is she actually does, because she thinks he has deserved enough to know, giving him the whole story of how it all happened. It wasn't really what she intended to do with her life, but hey, wherever the road takes you, you know.
Actual reenactment of that happening.
If she finds anybody on any of her contracts who is in a situation similar to hers, she'll offer the same deal that she was given. She'll offer to train them and get them out of wherever they're at. I assume she just keeps living with her brother / Beth's bud. The only other thing is she's gonna go at some point when she's alone. She will go to a temple of Taria, and she's going to pray to Taria, saying effectively, I killed Jabez for you and a bunch of his minions. I'd like you to grant me a boon. I want to speak to my mother's spirit once.
Speak as many times as you like, my dear.
What? Sorry.
Speak as many times as you like, my dear.
Okay. And Casita will try and get to know her mom. From beyond the grave, apparently.
It's a little creepy.
Not exactly what she was predicting. Out of curiosity.
Does he potentially get to a high enough level in cleric to cast True Resurrection on her mother?
You could.
Oh, and she'll keep training, of course.
You probably could at some point.
Okay.
Out of curiosity,
Yeah.
is her mother horribly ashamed of her being a killer?
It takes her a little while to get used to it.
Okay.
It takes her a little while, but she's proud of you. She's proud of you.
Aside from that, she'll just keep, training and
Oh, Nex is also going to continue making sure her brothers are okay.
Okay, good. Okay, cool.
having tea with Elver here.
I forgot about that.
Tea and cake with Elver here.
Run the bakery.
Telling the tales of Malambard?
Yes. I don't know. You left a note that was we have much to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So, whatever you wanted to talk about.
Over here?
Oh god, I have to go back 2 characters.
Oh my gosh.
What Fury does with the rest of his life.
We'll have a burial, Furion.
What?
We'll have a burial for Furion. The rifleman kids will also shoot off and try not to
Lose any
blow
fingers?
smoke into
You're-
each other's face.
Oh
I don't get them
my
bullets, they just get blanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what
In my
Eller here wanted to
episode.
talk to Casita about doesn't really have that much importance here. Because, mainly what he wanted to talk about was, he basically wanted to explain what was going on before they found him, and that doesn't really matter now.
Mhm.
Because he was hoping to get some protection from Casita, because he had been feeling increasing pressure from the High Elves when they found out that he had escaped his prison. So, because he was put there for a reason, and they're not happy he's not there anymore.
She is more than
So-
happy to beat the snot out of anybody who comes looking for him.
Okay, that's all that needed to happen.
Cool. Alright, so, Vilcus and Kazaroth, they settle down. Kazaroth retires from adventuring. Vilcus, not so much. Vilcus will still go on the occasional quest, or he'll go to battle, especially in the political turmoil that will come following the meteoric rise and fall of Emperor Karen's. um,
Wait, but if Karens becomes emperor and then dies, that means Vilcus becomes emperor.
Oh shoot.
What? Wait, what happens to Marilys? How does Marilys go?
oh, see, Karens waits for Marilys to die a natural death, and then he tries to swoop in as emperor, and gets lynched by his own advisors.
I mean,
And
what else would
Vilcus
you
becomes
expect?
emperor.
Marilys, like many of the emperors, she doesn't die. She retires. That's usually what happens to most of the emperors or empresses. They retire because Dragonborn are so long-lived, but being an emperor is really, really hard. So eventually, most of them retire fairly quickly. She more quickly than most, especially considering what a mess things have happened in her, and she doesn't have any magical protection now. So,
Oh.
yeah.
I was
Eventually,
gonna say, I want to keep track, like, and just do what I can to protect whole Kaz and Vilcus's family from the shadows. Sorry, I forgot that earlier.
Yeah.
You guys never hear again from Anathema or any of those folks. The gap, not the gap, the divide. the gap will sell you jeans.
The divide now sells.
The Gap goes out of business or something. What?
The divide now sells polo shirts and
and jeans.
jeans.
So the
And the
divide.
occasional sports attire.
Yes, the divide.
Fanny packs.
Okay, I will allow the divide to sell drug fanny packs.
Oh
my
Gross
gosh.
Yes. Eventually, the Empire.
Nexa is also.
Yeah,
Sorry,
please,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Nexa.
I was gonna say, Nexa also still gets really upset at any, like, drug-related things because of her brother.
I hear that. So, eventually the Empire will break up into various pieces, after the death of Karens. And, however, you would be pleased to know that Vilcus is the first king of Blackmoor.
That's fitting.
He and Kazaroth have 13 children.
Oh,
What are their children's names? Pumpkin 2.0, Pumpkin 3.0.
Pumpkin with an N.
it's just pumpkin in a bunch of different languages.
Pumpkin and Jim, the last one. And there's gonna be one. Theodore. Just...
Little Theo.
So eventually, me and Noah will someday figure out their names. And Eliseth, for the most part, none of you guys see Eliseth. This is taken directly from her backstory, which I glanced at earlier. Is every once in a while you'll see her at a feast or function at the palace. You'll occasionally see her around Vilcus. Rarely around Kazaroth or the children.
Homewrecker!
You have heard that she has traveled back to the north, and that she is working on rebuilding the village of hers that was destroyed. She's been working on rebuilding Kareth. But you see very little of her. She outlives most of you. Actually, probably all of you. Bell!
Except Elrahir.
Except Elrahir.
But there we go.
There we go, and there is history as it wends and winds its way through your lifetimes into an age of iron and steel, into an age of motor cars and asphalt, into an
Man, this was
age...
like an Avatar: The Last Airbender to Legend of Korra level of technological increase.
And then eventually into a time of space travel and supernovas. Then a time of desolation, a time of breaking, and then a time of rebirth, a time of new beginnings, a time of old kings, and magic again breathing in the hearts of men.
So basically, until everyone forgets us.
In the ancient books, Your names are still written. Your names are still remembered.
How could you forget the patron saint of trickery and pranks?
How could you
And the
forget the
patron
patron
saint of
saint of
Litchfield.
lunch
The old book with wrinkled, dog-eared pages closes up, and the old dwarf adjusts his eyeglasses and leans over the table. So, tell me, you youngins, where do you think your names are going to be this many years from now? And that's where we end this campaign.
I totally missed that because the Wi-Fi cut out. I'm sorry. Do it again.
You'll have to just watch the
You
episode.
went for a Hordes of the Underdark ending there, man. I like it.
Thank you.
No, now you have to do it again for Harley. That's not fair.
Alright. So, their names have been remembered after all these years. So, the book with the dog-eared pages, the wrinkled pages, the yellowed pages folds shut. And the old dwarf man adjusts his glasses and leans over the table at you. Tell me, youngins, in this time, where would your names be written? And that's the end.
In
Of the
fractionary
second-
parts at school. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
And that's the end of Santa Marina.
That's amazing.
That was good.
Holy crap.
I feel like I should have done something more interesting with Nexa, but I couldn't think of anything.
Me either.
At least yours was more than one sentence.
True.
Hey, Harley! We lived through the whole thing!
Hey! I should have said that she ended up, like, writing a play based on our adventures or
That
something.
makes sense.
With all of Nexa's parts like a little bit overinflated.
Where
Probably.
every enemy was smugly narcissistic.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of the extras are Kazaroth and Vilkas's children.
Do they become part of Nexa's theater troupe?
Many of them do.
Despite Kazaroth avidly saying
Yeah.
no.
Did any of them become assassins?
Maybe one or two.
Oof.
Sweet.
Despite Vilkas avidly saying no. But there we
Nexa will train
go!
any of them who wish
You guys just walk into the
the
throne
art
room
of
one day.
thievery.
You just walk into the throne room and say, "United front, honey! United front!"
I only played the last year of that campaign, and I played twice as many characters as Harley and Tasha combined. I cannot keep characters alive.
It is rumored that still, if you go to Fury...
I'm so impressed, Tasha, that our characters stayed alive the
I
whole
know.
time.
I expected myself to die so many times since my job was to go hit things on the front lines, and we had like no frontline fighters for most of the game.
No.
Yeah.
I would like to point out, real quick, that every once in a while, when the moon is just right, people claim that in Furion's grave you could occasionally see legs and shoes sticking out of the ground. Alright, guys. What?
No, go ahead. I'll say it after.
Would you like to give us one last quotes list, Ethan and Tasha?
There's only two. One for
Only
each of us.
three.
Oh no.
We'll have more quotes.
Yes, we will.
You want me to go first, or do you want?
I am struggling to get the doc to scroll.
Then I'll do the
So,
first one.
yeah.
Scum. There is another world? Casita. Yeah, it's pretty dope!
I will allow the Divide to sell drug-filled fanny packs.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And that's quotes. Wait, should we read the whole quotes list?
No.
No.
There are 18 pages of
No,
quotes.
but some of them I meant from like the Santa Marina, because some of them are definitely not from. We've got a lot that's from the tower.
Yeah, I say we don't.
Yeah.
I say
I was
we say that.
kidding. Don't worry.
I say we say that for our quotes episode. We should use a single quotes episode.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
during the break in the middle.
Quotes
Yeah.
upload. All right. So to our fans, thank you for watching with us. I hope you'll come back with us for a fresh start. Enjoy that fresh start, and meanwhile, we'll be seeing you soon. Thanks for sticking with us. Thanks for watching us grow and help us grow further.
We love you guys.
See you soon.
Good night, folks.
Good night.
Night.